What's good, y'all? Yo! What's good, Die Hard? I'm solo today, boys. Blake is at school, and I plan to keep this short and sweet, straight to the point. Anyways, I don't. This shouldn't be a long breakdown at all. So, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know, I'll go ahead and solo. Hey, I hold this one down, okay? I just hope you'll do the same for me if I'm in need. Excuse me. So this weekend we have Max Bus Holloway versus a fan favorite, the Korean Zombie, Jung. Okay, where do I start? Well, for Max Holloway, we know Max Holloway. Max Holloway, high volume output. Averages over 7 strikes a minute. Footwork, lateral movements. I'm hitting you. Not much power in the hands, though. Unlike Jung, who has a lot of power in his hands and is very flat-footed when he fights and very planted in one spot, almost willing to be a punching bag just to be able to return his own shots. Well, I think he'd be able to do that. I guess I'll throw a prediction at the end, but it's gonna be very fun. A lot of us were led to believe that Jung retired after his loss to Volk, which I thought he did. He didn't look very good in that fight. He looked as if the timing was off. You know, as you get older, your timing and your instincts and your reactions are off. So younger Jung was able to stand there. He was able to be flat-footed. Also have good enough head movement, but he was willing to take the shots, have a decent chin, take the shots to be able to land his own. But now it's looking like it's getting harder for him to land his own, and it's more of just him taking shots. That's going to be a problem with a guy like Max Holloway, who could easily land over 200 significant strikes on you over the course of 5 rounds easily and not even be gassed. Jung does have power in the hands, though. And, I mean, I cannot take for granted that was Volkanovski that he was fighting, the greatest featherweight of all time. And I think he's top 10 all time. Or he'll at least certainly retire there. I just think he's the current right now. He's the best fighter alive. That's current right now. Not the greatest. That's John Jones. But the best, Volkanovski. I feel as if Volk's the smartest fighter. He's the best at making adjustments, going on the fly. He has to use adjustments against Max Holloway halfway through the fight and ended up pulling it off. Volkanovski is a great counter striker, and what we've been learning lately, Volk is a great wrestler. He might be the best well-rounded fighter in MMA right now today. That might be a hot take, but I don't actually know if that's a hot take, actually. We don't see Volk get hurt, but we see Volk hurt guys. We don't see Volk getting taken down, but we see Volk take guys down. Yes, Islam took him down, but Volk took him down as well, and I think Volk had the better ground exchanges between the two, which is very interesting. I'm really ready for part 2, but I'm rambling. I'm getting off topic. That's what I do when Blake's not here. I get off topic. Back to Korean Zombie and Max Holloway. Max Holloway, I mean, the only guys he's lost to is Volkanovski, and then Dustin Poirier at lightweight, and then everything else is way back in the day, right? So he's pretty much a flawless fighter except for Volkanovski. He just came off a win against Arnold Allen, a very impressive win to where we saw him fight differently. Actually, we saw he had that back foot turned in a little bit more. He was moving a little bit more. He was fighting at a high volume, not as high, but he was fighting at a high volume to do damage and take the least amount of damage as possible. That's going to increase his longevity more because Max has been in a lot of wars. So towards the latter stages of his career, he's taking less damage. He already didn't spar, and he still looks like he's not missing a beat. With the styles of the Korean Zombie and Max Holloway, the height advantage goes to Max, but the reach advantage goes to Korean Zombie, which I don't think will be a problem for Max because the movement's just there. And the Korean Zombie's movement just isn't the same. He doesn't really use movement at all. Max has very good kicks. Chan Sung Jung has very good low kicks. It's gonna be a nice kickboxing match. Do we see any wrestling? I'm actually interested to see some wrestling. Do we see it? I don't know. I really don't know. Both guys have great subs. Not great subs. Let me correct that. Max Holloway has great neck attacks. Okay, his guillotines. He doesn't use them often, but when he does, they're crucial. He has great guillotines, and he can easily snatch your neck up. So if he hurts somebody like Korean Zombie, who doesn't really get hurt that often, or if he does, it's not for long. He recovers quickly. It could be a problem if Korean Zombie actually tries to shoot or tries to clinch. But Korean Zombie also has some submissions of his own as well, from top and bottom. So it's very interesting. Do we see any wrestling? Max a motherfucker to take down. I know that. Excuse me. So I don't think Max is gonna get taken down, and the odds of Max shooting a takedown aren't high either. If I was a betting man, I'd bet. This is actually my bet. I'm gonna put y'all on. I want $300 off Max Holloway versus Honor Allen. I bet a tie. I did a parlay. I bet a tie and takedowns because I didn't think anybody would. I don't think Max, unless Max wants to get taken down, and unless Max is fighting a Volkanovski or a Umar Nurmagomedov. Whoa, I'm an idiot. That's bantamweight. Guys, I just woke up. I'm sorry. This is last minute. I was taking a nap. Blake texted me. Said I got to record by myself today. So, yeah, let me get my thoughts together. Rambling. Okay. This is a Volkanovski or, a wrestler. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but, a wrestler, and even if you are that guy, that wrestler, Max is still a tough motherfucker to take down. So I think we see a kickboxing match. I don't think we see a finish unless the ref jumps in on. I find it hard. I don't know if we'll ever see that performance out of Max ever again. But the performance he had against Calvin Kattar, one of the greatest performances ever. I find it hard to believe if Max puts one of those type of performances on Korean Zombie that the ref won't stop it. Because of what we saw what Folk did to him. I find it hard to see. But the Korean Zombie's a tough motherfucker, dude. And I'm cussing a lot. But the Korean Zombie's a bad boy. And you're not just going to put his lights out and TKO him. The ref is going to have to save him. He's too tough for his own good. Tony Ferguson type. Speaking of Tony Ferguson, the biggest thing about, I want to go back to the retirement thing. The biggest thing that I care about when it comes to these fighters is, yeah, you're a motivation to a lot, influence to a lot, but retire on your own terms because it'll feel way better. And as long as Korean Zombie is able to retire on his own terms and the game isn't taken from him, keep fighting. But if you keep losing, don't keep coming back trying to get that win like Tony Ferguson is. Tony Ferguson is trying to get to another title, which is ridiculous, but don't end up being that guy, know when to call it quits. I can't tell another grown man what to do. I'm not saying he should retire, but it's about life after fighting as well. And like we look at Jon Jones, it's Rocky, it's Rocky. It's not like he's been fighting and busting his ass for the last 4 years, but he at one point he was, and now he's at a position to where it's like, I'm gonna submit my legacy, even though it's already submitted. I'm gonna put the final exclamation point on it, and then I'm gonna retire because I can, So it's just something that he has to think about, and I want you guys to think about as well. And let's not be selfish here as fans. I just want to get, fight after fight after fight after fight, Let's be happy for these guys that they're able to retire, and let's just reminisce in the careers that they left behind. Because for some, like Korean Zombie, I believe that their best days are behind them. So, yeah. If I have to make a prediction, I think this fight is a kickboxing match. A lot of boxing out of Max, a lot of movement, and Korean Zombie's just going to be chasing, or maybe not even chasing, just behind, And I think this is a fight where Max could damn near win every round, but can't put the Korean Zombie away. But I don't think he'll really try to Max doesn't search for knockouts, He just tries to win rounds. So if I have to make a prediction, I go Max Holloway, 49-46. Unanimous decision. I don't know how long that was. Yeah, I don't know how long this video was. I don't think there's much to break down though, you know. One thing, I have work at 11 a.m. Okay. Saturday, the fights come on at 7 a.m. So it's cutting it too close. I'm not gonna be able to stream. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna do a rant and recap. I'm trying to work on things to maybe I can get my shift picked up or whatever. But if I can't go live, I will do a rant and a recap after work. But if I can't go live, make sure you guys tune in. You know, set your alarms. Wake up early, man. Look at the time. It's early in the morning for some of us. I'm in the U.S. I'm on Central Time. It comes on at 7 a.m. Okay? I know we used to it coming on at nighttime for us, but let's not, you know what I'm saying? Let's not take it for granted. But other than that, I think I'm going to head out, y'all boys. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me, watching the video. Share the podcast if you think somebody else would like it. Like, comment, let me know what you think, how the fight's going to go. And yeah, it's been Die Hard. See you boys later.